You're wasting your life right now, and Marcus Aurelius knew you would be. 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man on earth sat down and wrote about you, about your exact problems, your exact excuses, your exact failures, and that's insane. That's genuinely insane. Here was a man who controlled everything, the military, the economy, the lives of millions, and he spent his evenings writing about people he'd never meet. People living centuries in the future, people exactly like you, facing the exact same struggles you're facing right now. I'm Ryan Holiday. I've spent the last decade and a half writing about one man, one philosopher, one emperor, Marcus Aurelius. Not because I'm some obsessed academic living in the past, but because what he figured out changed literally millions of lives, including mine. And what I'm about to tell you is going to either change your life or piss you off. Probably both, because the truth about your situation is uncomfortable and most people don't want to hear it. Most people want to be comfortable. Most people want someone to tell them it's not their fault. But that's exactly the problem. Marcus Aurelius wasn't supposed to be humble. He had absolute power. Everything the world tells us about power, and it tells us constantly that power corrupts absolutely, should have destroyed him. But he did something nobody expected. He shared it. He gave half his power away to his brother, not because he had to, not because someone forced him, because he understood something that you don't. And then he did something even crazier. During a plague that was killing millions of people, during a time of absolute chaos and panic, he sold everything he owned. Not as a publicity stunt, not to get credit or build his brand, to actually help people while they were dying, while his economy was collapsing, while everyone around him was panicking. This wasn't philosophy. This wasn't theory. This wasn't some motivational idea he liked to discuss at dinner parties. This was a man actually living what he believed. This was a man walking the walk. And that's what you're not doing. You're not living. You're performing. You're pretending. You're waiting for something. You're always waiting. Here's the brutal truth about your stuck life. You think you're stuck. You're not stuck. But here's what nobody tells you because it's not what you want to hear. You're not stuck because of circumstances. You're not stuck because the universe is against you, or because you didn't get lucky, or because someone else got the opportunity that should have been yours. You're stuck because you've decided that the only path forward is the one that got blocked. You've decided that because door A closed, you have no options, and that's insane. That's completely insane. The impediment to action advances action. That's not some motivational poster bullshit printed on canvas for your bedroom wall. That's the actual mechanism of how reality works. When one door closes, you're not trapped. You're being redirected, but you're standing at the closed door like an idiot, screaming that it's locked, completely missing the 10 other doors around you. Someone blocked your path. They can't block patience. They can't block you from changing direction. They can't stop you from learning something new. They can't prevent you from adapting to a new situation. They can't stop you from choosing differently tomorrow. But you've already decided they can. And that decision is the actual prison. That's the bars holding you in. Not them. Your decision about what they can and cannot do. The window is always open. Always. Even when you don't see it. Even when you think every exit is sealed. You just keep staring at the door that's locked. You just keep turning the handle over and over, expecting something different to happen. You know what's really messed up? You have all the information you need. You know what to do. Stop pretending you don't. You know how to be healthier. You know how to finish that project that's been sitting in your computer collecting dust for months. You know how to fix your relationships. You know how to stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You have YouTube. You have entire libraries of books. You have podcasts. You have people literally telling you right now, in this moment. The problem isn't knowledge. The problem is you're choosing not to act. You're choosing tomorrow instead of today. You're choosing comfort instead of growth. You're choosing the familiar failure instead of the unfamiliar success. That's the information trap nobody talks about. Marcus says you could be good today, but you won't be. You'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow you'll say the same thing, and a year from now you'll say it again. And 5 years from now you'll be exactly where you are now, just older, more frustrated, more resentful that life didn't happen to you the way you wanted it to. It didn't happen to you because you didn't make it happen. Nobody's stopping you. You're stopping you. And the worst part, you know it. Deep down, you absolutely know it. You can feel it. You know that you're the obstacle. You know that you're the problem. And knowing that and doing nothing about it is somehow worse than not knowing at all. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. And I mean really uncomfortable. During the pandemic, I thought everything would get better. No commute, no obligations to be anywhere, no chaos, just peace and time and space to do what I wanted. And my anxiety went up. It got worse. It got so much worse. And I realized something that Marcus discovered 2,000 years ago, while a plague was killing millions of people and society was falling apart. The anxiety isn't coming from outside. It's coming from inside. It hit me like a punch in the face, because I'd spent years blaming my job, blaming my schedule, blaming other people, blaming my circumstances. And suddenly, with all that gone, with all those external factors removed, I realized the anxiety was still there. It was me. It was always me. The stress lives inside my head. The anxiety is my creation. The limitations I feel are self-imposed. That's the breakthrough Marcus had. That's what he wrote down in his journal at night when no one was watching. He said, I escaped anxiety. No, wait. I discarded it. Because I realized it wasn't real. It wasn't some external force I had to battle. It was something I was creating, something I could control, something I could choose to stop. You're not anxious because of your life. You're anxious because of how you're thinking about your life, and you control that completely. You've just never realized it because it's easier to blame everything outside yourself. It's easier to blame the world. Marcus Aurelius had a better morning routine than you, and he was the emperor of Rome. He didn't want to get up early. He didn't have to. He could have slept until noon. No one would have stopped him. But he made himself do it anyway, because he understood something you don't. How you start your day determines how you live your day. How you start your morning is how you start your life. The first thing he did wasn't check his phone, wasn't scroll through what other people were doing with their lives, wasn't lose 2 hours before he even got out of bed. He sat down and he wrote, he journaled, he clarified his thinking, he reminded himself why he was doing this. He got clear on his values, he set his intention. Then he went to work, real work, important work, the work that actually mattered. Most of you start your day at random. You react to whatever's in front of you. You let other people's priorities become your priorities before your feet even hit the ground, and then you wonder why you feel like you have no control over your life. You have complete control, but you're surrendering it the moment you wake up. Self-discipline. That's the word that makes everyone uncomfortable. That's the word people skip past. That's the word you think applies to other people, stronger people, better people, weirder people. It's called self-discipline for a reason. It's your discipline over yourself, not over other people, not judging how they live. Not controlling what they do, just mastering yourself. That's it. That's the entire game. Marcus says, be tolerant with others. Be strict with yourself. But you do the opposite. You judge everyone else. You criticize how they live. You think they're doing it wrong. Meanwhile, you're not even trying. You're not even disciplining yourself enough to finish what you started. Marcus Aurelius didn't even like people. Seriously. He opened his personal journal by complaining about how annoying and frustrating people are. And he was the most powerful man in the world. He could have eliminated anyone who bothered him. Instead, he used them. He used their difficulties as practice. He used their obstacles as opportunities to become better. Here's what that means for you. People aren't your problem. They're your training ground. Every difficult person is a chance to practice patience. Every person who wrongs you is an opportunity to practice forgiveness. Every person in your way is a chance to practice integrity while no one's watching. Marcus asks one question that will immediately simplify your entire life. Is this essential? Ask yourself that before you do it, say it, or think it. Is this actually essential? The answer is almost always no. Most of what you do exists because someone asked you to do it, or because you've always done it, or because you're afraid to say no, not because it's essential. You're busy. But if you found out you were dying tomorrow, would you keep doing half of what you're doing? Would you do it the way you're doing it? No. You'd cut ruthlessly. You'd focus only on what matters. So why wait until you're dying? Cut everything. Eliminate the non-essential. Number 1, Amor Fati. It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Number 2, it's about what you do for other people. You're going to be forgotten. Your name will disappear. But what you did for others, that lasts. Number 3, Memento Mori. You could die today. Let that determine what you do. Life is fragile. It's short. You're not promised tomorrow. So why are you wasting today? Here's the thing. You're going to close this. You're going to feel motivated for about 30 minutes. Then you're going to go back to exactly what you were doing. The only thing that matters is what you do next, not how you feel, what action you take, right now, today. Pick one thing, just one, that you know you should be doing but you're not, and do it today. That's how change happens. Not in grand gestures, in tiny moments where you choose differently. The choice is yours. It's always been yours.